Hey guys! So since I can't be with you today, I thought I would make a little video so that you could find out what you're going to do today as writers. So just like today, you don't have a writing teacher in class with you. Real writers don't have a writing teacher there all the time to tell them what to do. So something that writers have to do is they have to take charge of their own writing. And writers have to come up with a system that works for them so that they know what they need to work on. So today, I want to teach you that one way that writers figure out plans for getting parts of their writing done is they think back over everything that they've learned and that they know how to do, and they make a work plan for those upcoming parts of their writing that they still need to get done. Writers sometimes use charts, and they sometimes use their own writing to remind them of the stuff that they know how to do. So writers, what I like to do is I like to make myself a to-do list to help me keep track of what I need to get done. I think about everything that I know how to do as a writer, and in this case, what I know how to do as a writer of an essay. One thing I can do is I can look at the anchor charts that are all around our classroom right now. We have ones for guidelines for writing a mini story. We have charts over how to do an introduction, how to do a conclusion. And I look back at all of those charts. I can also look at my writing goals page, your yellow paper that you have in your folder. And I think about everything that I know that I need to do as a writer. The second thing I do is I start thinking about what else do I need to do to get this essay complete? And then I take all those things and I put them into a list. So I want to show you the list that I've come up with for what I need to work on for my essay. So for my essay checklist, I know that I still need to draft a mini story for Reason 3. My Reason 3 envelope's empty right now. So that's pretty important. That's my number one thing to do. The second thing that I want to work on is I want to make sure that that mini story that I drafted, it matches, all the parts match, that they belong there. The third thing that I want to make sure that I do is to add a wrap-up sentence. I know that one thing that I had to work on my other mini stories was my wrap-up sentence. I didn't feel like they were really strong the first time. So for myself as a writer, I want to work on wrap-up sentences. The next thing that I want to try to get done is to try a list for Reason 3. I only wrote one list. Some of you wrote a lot of lists. I've only done one. So I thought it might be good to try out a list for my third reason and to see if it works or not. I also want to look at my essay, and I want to try out looking at all of my mini stories, all of my evidence, and see, do I have some different transitions, or am I using like one time, for example. So I might try to do some different transitions in there. I also think I could do a little bit of practice on my conclusion. Since I've only written one conclusion, I only need one conclusion in my paper, but I might want to try some other conclusions out to see if I can write a stronger one. And then the last thing that I need to get done before my essay is ready is I need to take all of that new work that I've done, all of that new writing, and I need to work it into the order of my essay. I need to decide where it's going to fit best. So I put all of these things on my checklist. Now when I go off to write, this is what I'm working on. I know these are the things that are going to help me stay focused. These are the things that I am going to work on to get my work completed. Look at my list. Are there some things on there that you need to work on as a writer? Is your list going to look like mine, or maybe it's going to look a little different, right? Depending on what you need to work on. So I want you to take a minute and think about what are some things that need to be on your essay checklist to get done today during writing workshop. Think about that. Would you turn and talk to your partner about a few of the things that you're going to add to your checklist to get started today? So you guys can pause the video and turn and talk and figure out what are you going to add to your checklist. So, essayist, as you get started today, I want to tell you one final thing, and it's a big thing. Writers decide on their own ways to work. But the point is that these ways are ones that work for you as a writer. So you have made your decisions because this is what's going to be what allows you to get a lot of work done today. You've got a big responsibility. We need to be in charge of our writing life, and you need to make sure that you have a plan that's going to work for you. So spend some time before you go off to write making this checklist, making sure that you have all of these parts of your essay there. Your checklist does not have to look just like mine. It's probably going to look different because it's going to be specific to what you need to get done as a writer. So when you go off to work today, spend some time making that checklist and then get busy getting it done, okay? Because in just a day or two, we're going to be revising and then we're going to be publishing these essays. So the end is close. So you've got today to get all those bits and pieces ready, okay? Off you go.